27 anti-gun bills filed this week in Texas. Yup. Stick by and watch this episode of Guns and Gadgets. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news. First off, I want to thank everybody who has watched the ammunition lawsuit with Cabela's video. My first video ever that's gone over 1 million views, and that happened in 5 days. I have videos that have been up for 6 years and don't even have 200,000 views. So a huge thank you to each and every person who has watched that video or any video that I put out. You guys and gals are the only reason I continue to do this. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. So 27 anti-gun bills have been pre-filed in Texas on the very first day they could do it. They being the anti-gunners, literally on Monday, as soon as they could. 27 anti-gun bills. I have not read every single one of them because it's been a very, very busy couple days here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the bill number. I'll give you links down below if you want to look at them. And I'll give you a quick synopsis of each one. And you're going to have to call your legislators on this. I'll have a link down below to figure out who your Texas legislator is. They need to hear from you on this. So the first two have to do with banning gun sales at gun shows. The whole purpose of a gun show is to sell product. But these two bills, HB 52 and HB 254, they look to stop that. Another attempt at banning the person-to-person firearm sale, including family members, some family members. This one is HB 118. Again, links for these will be down below, but they want to stop you from selling your gun to your nephew, your uncle, whatever. HB 127 looks to make it illegal to carry anything other than a handgun. So that would be AWBs, SBRs, rifles, anything other than a handgun under this bill you wouldn't be able to carry in Texas. If it were able to pass, that is. The next group, 2 bills to institute red flag laws in Texas. 1 bill's not enough. We need 2 bites at the apple for red flag, which is an illegal gun confiscation, a violation of due process, a violation of the Second Amendment, a violation of everything. It's the biggest risk the Second Amendment has ever seen, other than people in red coats crossing the Atlantic in ships. And those 2 are HB 164 and HB 395. Again, links to all of these will be down below. It's going to be a very big description section. The next 2 is an assault weapon ban, or are assault weapon bans, because there's 2 of them. And they both look to ban assault weapons, which is their turn, not mine. But your ARs, your AKs, and the like would be banned under these bills if they were successful. HB 172, HB 241, they will never stop, guys and gals. They will never, ever stop. The next 2, well, we just talked about the assault weapon ban. Might as well talk about the magazine ban. That's right. These next 2 bills look to create a 10-round magazine capacity limit, as well as make it a criminal offense for anybody who has a magazine that holds more than 10. HB 178 and HB 234 look to accomplish those goals. Guys and gals, before I keep going, because there's more, please subscribe to Guns and Gadgets. This is where you're going to get this type of information no matter where it happens in the nation. Please hit that thumbs up and share this with about 50 million of your friends. That definitely helps get the news out, because believe you me, whatever you're watching this on right now, no matter what the name of the platform is, they don't want this to get out. So I definitely depend on you guys and gals sharing this to help the cause. So let's keep going, right? The next is, this just reads like this is the anti-gun gun control agenda by Michael Bloomberg. It just reads, it's transparent. This is him. This is his fingerprint. The next one is mandatory storage laws. Gun cases, safes, you name it, trigger locks, yeah, why not? This is going to be on this bill, HB 185. HB 196 looks to actually make Texans less safe. This would eliminate and repeal certain parts of your stand your ground law in Texas. And believe you me, the one part I'm going to talk to you about real quick will definitely ruin your day. It looks to add a duty to retreat. We have something similar like that here in Massachusetts. If you're facing a lethal threat, you have to try to retreat first before you can defend yourself. Ain't that some BS? That's what this bill looks to do, HB 196. HB 201 would look to repeal the ability of people to carry on campuses for certain universities and colleges. HB 208, let's go after the ghost guns. HB 208 would make it illegal for anybody to manufacture a firearm unless they had a federal firearms license. And this is how easy that is. Say you buy a lower or make a polymer 80 lower for a Glock, and the second you slide that new slide on there, you've just manufactured a firearm. Just like that. And under this bill, you would be a felon. That's HB 201. HB 210, this is what's being called the boyfriend loophole across the country. It's something that doesn't exist. It's not a, whatever, it doesn't exist. But this is what they're calling the domestic violence loophole as well. If somebody is convicted of a domestic violence crime, or if they're the subject of what's commonly called a restraining order, then you have to surrender all your firearms and you might never ever get them back. This next one is interesting. It's HB 213, and this looks to limit the amount of places that you can carry a firearm other than a handgun. And I'm going to read you from the bill real quick on this one. So this one says, a person commits an offense if a person intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly carries on or about his or her person a firearm, not a handgun, a firearm, and is not A, on the person's own premises or the premises under that person's control, or B, inside of or directly en route to a motor vehicle or watercraft that is owned by the person or under the person's control. This is basically telling you they're trying to limit more and more places where you can carry a firearm. So this is no bueno. The next one is HB 218. It again is looking to regulate how you transfer firearms, the person-to-person sale, etc., forcing you to an FFL. HB 223 has to do with carrying a firearm if you were convicted of certain misdemeanors in Texas. Domestics, again, are violent offenses. HB 227 has to do with prohibited people trying to obtain a firearm and the reporting of that. HB 229, again, it's another reporting thing for Department of Public Safety. HB 231 has to do with prohibiting the transfer of an assault weapon. Their term, not mine. Certain recipients will be excluded from this. It'll create criminal penalties, as well as raising the minimum age to purchase semi-automatic rifles and shotguns. HB 235, it's another go at the domestic violence laws. If somebody's convicted and they have firearms and they didn't turn them in, or if they happen to obtain another one, they're going to jam them up that way. The next one, Texans, I know you're going to be angry about this. HB 236. Now, I don't know everything about the Texas 30.06 and 30.07 signs, but this bill makes it would look to make it easier for establishments to ban licensed carry people from their business. HB 238, look and see what happened in Virginia. This looks to repeal the state preemption law for firearms, which would allow each locality, city, county, town to create their own gun control, which is terrible. Again, see Virginia. We don't want that to pass. You don't want any one of these to pass. But that's HB 238. HB 521 has to do with mental illness. And if you happen to waive your right to purchase a firearm, then you're put onto a registry. And then if you obtain one, you're a criminal. Whoever said that you could give up a right? You can't just give up a right. That's ridiculous. SB 163, it's a universal background check bill. And SB 164 has to do with the attempted purchase of firearms or ammunition by certain defendants of certain crimes. So there you go, 27 bills looking to neuter Texas. Remember what they were trying to do this election. They tried to flip Texas, they being Bloomberg and Moms Demand Action and Every Town for Gun Safety and the Giffords Group and anybody else that's a gun control freak. They failed this year, and they failed miserably. In fact, Texans rose up and they elected many new members. In fact, they elected, I forget what Rachel Malone from GOA Texas said the other day, but many GOA Texas endorsed candidates were hired. They were voted in. And it is now incumbent on you, Texas, to call not only those new people who were backed by gun groups and swore that they would do the right thing, but you have to call the other ones as well. Bloomberg and his cronies have their eyes still set. Their target is still set on flipping Texas, and they're going to chip away until they can do that. And the only thing that can stop them is you. And I just want to say a big shout out to John Lovell and Evan and Brandon over there and the rest of the team at Warrior Poet Society. You guys and gals that are killing it. If you want to join the Warrior Poet Society network and see Defending Freedom, which I was lucky enough to be a part of, The link will be down in the description. Check them out. It's their own network. It's doing great things. A lot of freedom stuff, a lot of training to include John Lovell's rifle and pistol classes. So check them out. If you don't live in Texas, please do text us a favor and share this to as many places as you can, because it increases the likelihood that somebody from Texas will see this video. Guys and gals, I know it's been long. I know it's been an arduous video, a lot of links, but this is horrible, and this is what is in front of you, Texas. Time to get busy. Guys and gals, thank you again for everything that you do, for your support for this channel. It is my hope that you get some value out of this channel, and if you do, please subscribe if you haven't already. And until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a weapon. Take care, everybody.